Kamala Harris has introduced a bill. She's introduced a bill that would extend the school day by 3 hours. My God. She wants a 10-hour school day. I am so glad I'm not a kid anymore. For so many reasons, I'm so glad that I'm not a kid in this culture, in this society. It's just, and this is definitely in the top 5 reasons now. Let me read from The Week. This is their article. They say, Kamala Harris, presidential hopeful, is introducing a bill that would extend the school day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Mother Jones reports. That might elicit groans from kids, but upon closer review, the bill isn't really making them sit at their desks and learn long division all the way through this afternoon. Instead, Harris is hoping to better accommodate families who are burdened by working hours that don't line up with the typical school day that ends at 3 p.m. Harris's bill would introduce, so if they're not doing long division for those 3 hours, what are they doing? That apparently is not clear, but she does want to keep them in school anyway for those 3 hours. Harris's bill would introduce a pilot program that gives money to 500 schools serving a high proportion of low-income families. Those schools would adjust to the new hours, only closing for weekends, federal holidays, and emergencies to make it easier for parents to balance work and childcare. The program structure is reportedly purposely vague and will allow for parents, teachers, and community members to weigh in on the best practices during the first year. Let's see. Supposedly, students wouldn't be forced to spend all the extra time in the classroom, but how would they spend it? I guess that's not exactly clear yet. Either way, point is 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. is how she wants to extend the school day. This is, in Kamala Harris's view, apparently, she just, I guess, doesn't think that kids should spend really any time around their families during the week. Because I didn't see this, but I assume that part of her bill does not include abolishing homework. I assume she's not doing that. So presumably, we're talking about 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the school day, and the kids still come home with homework. So, they get home, they leave right in the morning, first thing, get home at 6 p.m., eat dinner, off to do your homework, and then it's bedtime. Do you have any time to sit around with your family, play a board game, talk to your parents? And, do you have any time for recreation with your family, which is very important for kids? Any time for that? No. This, I think, is one of, probably the main problem of many with the school, with the public education system as it is already currently structured. And this is without even adding on the 3 extra school day, hours of the school day, where it separates kids from their families for exorbitant amounts of time and starting earlier and earlier in life. When I was a kid, most people, maybe you went to preschool when you were 4 or 5, and then 5 to 6, you started kindergarten. Now, though, they've got pre-K. They've got kids going into the starting school when they're like 3. And so starting at the age of 3 until they graduate at about 18, 15 years, they're going to be in the government education system. And they're going to spend, at least during the school year, they're going to spend most of their time, most of their waking hours will be spent in that system under the care of teachers, of government employees, with their peers, instead of with their families and with their parents. That is a horrible idea. And it has had a disastrous impact on our culture. Well, I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Matt Walsh Show. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there so you can stay up to date on all of our future content.